currently late. Everyone's waiting for me. Oops. Well, look what we have here. What took you guys so long?
Oh, yeah, really?
Oh.
Where have you
We're
been?
gonna do this or what?
I'm waiting on you.
Oh, yeah, right.
Waiting on me.
I always gotta wait on the rock star. All right, let's do this. We may be the first family of darkness, but not all of us are true believers in the paranormal. We want to believe.
Has a ghost ever been caught on film?
Yes, and I have the evidence that will blow their minds. I think you're starting to believe.
Seeing is believing.
Whoa, what is happening?
Oh, God, no.
All right, gang, are you ready to be believers?
I'm trying to be a believer, but you won't show us any film.
This is like conversion therapy. We're gonna make believers out of you.
Yep.
All right, so you know the name of the game. I'm gonna show you clips. You're gonna tell me what you think, if it makes you believe, if you think it's bunk, and then we will rate it on my Woogie Boogie scale.
Okay, let's just boogie this film.
All right, so we'll start this one off. It's a compilation. We have 3 clips, and it's all from home security systems. The first one is a ghost dog. It's from August of 2020, so very recently, and it was captured in Houston, Texas.
Ghost dog with a ghost.
Let's check this out. All right, so this woman got an alert that her doorbell camera had just triggered. She checked out the footage, and what she saw was mind-boggling. That looks like an ordinary dog, doesn't it? Watch what happens next. Yep, it disappears into thin air.
Okay, run it again, because as the dog came out, there was one at the back of the car as
Yes.
well. Now, what the hell was that?
Well, I think that was just another dog, right? That's a cat. Looks like a cat. How weird is that?
It's someone with a camera, I'm telling you. What the you wanted to burn from?
It's a weird dog, anyway. What kind of
greyhound.
dog is that?
A greyhound.
That weird.
It's very weird. Have you ever had anything weird caught on your security cameras?
No.
I never look at them.
Oh, gee. Actually, no. The security cameras at this house are monitored 24 hours a day by armed security.
Yes.
All day, someone is watching it. Have you ever thought you encountered a spirit of a dog?
Never.
Really?
I dream
like
about
to.
Minnie.
Yeah?
I'd like to go get a mini or
What was the
Baldric.
weird thing? Wouldn't Minnie... It was when Buster died. She used to, like, sit and watch him, didn't she?
On the hill.
On the
Yeah, she
hill?
did.
But didn't
Yeah.
after she died, she would still go and, like...
Sit on the hill. Yeah, it was her favorite place to sit, yeah.
What would you do if you saw a ghost of your dog?
Well,
Like you're...
I mean,
Would you
that
be scared?
I'd be so happy.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, yes.
Oh, I would get, that would be the best people, but the dogs.
Yeah, that would definitely be the best.
All right.
Lola, when you see a ghost of
Oh,
Lola.
yeah, but she would probably just look at me and piss on my bed. I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, all right, do your thing. Woogie Boogie scale for this clip.
6.
6?
7.
That's a good start. Moving on. Oh, we've got a ghost cat.
Oh, who is it?
Tiger Lily.
Tiger, hi.
Oh, the cat.
Shut up.
Oh, look.
Ozzy.
Get those claws away from me.
No, she's doing a little pad dance.
No, she's stretching her
Doing
claws.
no, she's doing a little dance.
No, it's not a dance. She's
It's a
stretching-
river
What is
dance.
happening?
River dance, river dance.
Next one.
Now, this next clip was captured in Muscat, Oman in 2019.
Where is Oman?
Middle East. Now, I find this one pretty creepy. This security camera captured a full-bodied apparition. I want you to watch this area right here, and don't look away.
It's like a double exposure.
You can't double expose digital because it's a new file every time it records.
It could be the guy filming it through his window.
Yes.
And it's the
Looking out of his
reflection
window.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I thought it could be, but I just don't understand the lining up of everything. What do you think about this? What scale on the Woogie Boogie is?
1.
1?
I give 3 for reflection.
You guys both think that's a reflection? Mm-hmm. I disagree, but whatever. Let's move on. Now this one's interesting because this next caught on camera clip comes from a prison in Brazil. It's considered the most maximum security prison in Brazil, one of them anyway. What's unique about this is that the prison guards saw on camera what was happening and they ran outside to look.
And there wasn't anything
There
there.
wasn't anything there. This is weird. So that is the Campo Grande prison in Rio de Janeiro. Now, the footage we see here was shot by the guards, and they thought what they saw was a prisoner escaping. That little black thing there, floating. Again, they thought it was a prisoner trying to escape. So they went, checked the cell, nobody had escaped. So the question I have for you is, what the is that?
It's a cat.
It's a cat.
A cat?
Just a cat. That is absolutely a cat.
What kind of cat moves like that?
It's a
All move
cat.
like that.
Why would there be a cat in a maximum security prison?
Cats. They're everywhere in Brazil.
Okay, but
And dogs.
why
a
does it
cat.
look like a blob?
No,
it's
it's
a
a
black
cat.
cat.
Tiger Lily, watch this. What do you think? Tiger Lily,
Puss, come on.
come here.
Go on, Puss.
Come here. Watch this. Hey, cat, watch. Who's that?
Can you let me out?
Look, who is this? All right, she doesn't care.
Prison cat.
So you think that's a cat?
Yeah, it's a cat.
I mean, okay, now that you're mentioning it, it does move kind of cat-like.
it's
But
a-
then go.
Back into the house where it came from.
It's a prison muggy.
I will say, now that you mentioned cat, it does kind of look like a cat.
It does. It's a black
Yes.
cat.
What would you rate that?
Nothing. 0.
All right. 0?
Yeah.
What about on the pretty kitty scale?
No, because you couldn't see its little pads. It's 0.
0 on the Woogie
Yeah,
Boogie?
not even 1 for effort.
Okay, fair enough. You guys are a tough crowd today.
We're getting tougher as this thing goes on. We're smart.
This next clip comes out of Ireland.
Oh, from Ireland, I believe it.
What the? That's odd.
He's grooming.
He's having a...
He's grooming
That's
those
fine.
luscious locks.
Well, it's 72.
Hey, no, you gotta, listen, besides the small penis, what I love that I inherited from you is this bitching hairline. Got solid hairlines, you
Yeah.
and me. We might not have six packs, but we've got sick hairlines.
Yep.
Can't fix that in the gym.
Nope.
So, I think you guys are getting familiar with the phenomenon that paranormal events seem to kind of happen at any time, anywhere. This next clip comes out of Ireland. The ghost of Joe Murphy.
Who's Joe Murphy?
Joe Murphy is a ghost that allegedly haunts an Barney Mac's pub in Ireland.
Now, from Ireland, I believe it. Come on.
I mean, Ireland's got some terrific ghosts.
Horrific ghosts.
No, didn't you say terrific?
Yeah.
Beautiful ghost. Beautiful.
They're the best ghosts. So this is Barney Mac's. It's a pub in Drogheda, Ireland. It's been around for nearly a century. The owners of the pub and many patrons believe the pub is haunted. But to this point, they've never caught anything to prove it. It has every reason to be haunted. It's sandwiched between an old convent on one side and a 1,000-year-old cemetery on the other. They recently installed a security camera system, and this is what they caught.
Oh!
It's something to do with the beer being cold. When they wash the glasses in the hot water, and when they put the beer in it, it's...
So it's a hot glass with cold beer, and it smashes it. Mom, you're calling bull?
Yeah, this is real. It's from Ireland.
Okay.
No bull out of Ireland.
Okay.
No hot glasses in
I'm
Ireland.
inclined to agree with your theory.
It's a hot glass, cold beer.
Okay. But then again, I have...
Put it back again.
But can you see...
It's lager, cold lager.
It's
It's
not.
cold.
It's a Guinness. It's a Guinness. Look.
That's not Guinness. That's not Guinness.
Lager, that was Guinness. It's lager. Ice, cold.
I thought lager is supposed to be warm.
No.
No.
Put it back from the beginning again. See, the guy's washed the glasses and he's putting them on the shelf behind, so they're still warm. He's getting a pint pot.
You might be right. Yeah, look at him drying off the glasses. Yeah, look, he's just putting the glasses there.
Next.
I don't think your theory is totally wrong.
Mine?
No, I think you both... I mean, listen, I think it could be a ghost, because that's kind of the backbone of my career these days.
I'll give that 7 for effort.
7 for effort. Mum?
5 for effort.
I don't know if we're giving grades on effort.
Okay.
No, but it's just nice because people have put an effort into doing this to entertain us.
All right.
Go on, next.
Next.
Now, this is from Russia.
From Russia with love.
Oh, Tiger Lily.
All right, so this clip comes to us from 2020, from Zietz O'Kesson's Manor on the outskirts of St. Petersburg. And this place is got a pretty dark history.
Cossacks.
Maybe? Sure. It's Russia. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was allegedly used by the Germans during World War II for pretty gross experimentation on humans.
I didn't think the Germans got into St. Petersburg.
No, they did.
They did?
Yeah.
I thought they never got in.
Well, it's the outskirts of St. Petersburg. I don't think
It was called Stalingrad or Leningrad, wasn't it?
I don't know. That's actually a good question. I don't know.
I never thought they got into St. Petersburg.
Because he was called
St.
something
Petersburg
else,
was
wasn't
Leningrad? It was Leningrad.
It was.
And then they changed it to St. Petersburg.
Okay.
Listen to me, I know all about these things.
All right, so that building or house, whatever it is we're looking at, that is Ziet O'Kesson's Manor. It's obviously abandoned now. For years, the locals have reported paranormal activity in the building, but nothing has been captured on camera.
Fake.
Shh, will you just be quiet for a second? Just check it out first. All right, where were we? Okay, he's all alone, but you can hear all this banging upstairs. All right, did you hear that little girl laughing? Listen again. So he's left a camera running on a tripod in this room.
Wow, that was pretty interesting. That was weird. You know what it is? Someone's got a piece of string on the chair. Somebody, you can see it, look, if you look closely, you can see an outline of her.
So they're saying that
See the black outline?
Yeah,
Look,
apparently that's no one.
Somebody pulling a wire.
You think there's a wire on those? Okay.
Is that
Now watch. This is later that night, outside that same door. Here's the view from the tripod inside. You hear some more running and things moving around.
See, Nah, it's... What the... I think it's for bogus.
You think this is fake?
Well, what is frightening is the state of the house.
Mum, it's like an
It's
old...
an old...
It's very
No,
frightening.
no. They haven't got cleaners in there, so...
No, but it's just, like, scary. You know, with the big
No, I
holes
mean,
dug and in the house
it's
and
just
all of that.
It's like a dilapidated house.
More than that.
You spend the night in a place like this?
No, it's filthy.
Would I spend a night at a place like this? Begrudgingly, maybe. I don't love sleeping at haunted locations. It's not my strong suit.
I wouldn't like to sleep there.
I wouldn't like to sleep there at all. That would freak me out. If that is true, that if all that evidence that he captured, that would be some of the most...
I don't think it's for real. I think somebody's pulling strings.
You think they're strings?
Yeah, but did you see the figure before the door closed?
Yes. And that's what they're saying is like a shadow figure there. And then,
Okay, all
yeah.
right.
If that clip is real, what do you think is the scariest part of that clip?
Like I said, the
The
state
door's
of the
closed,
house.
you know. I mean, if I was in that house on my own, or I thought I was on my own, and the door, but even if it was a trick, for someone who was playing a joke at me, you'd hear a big brown fart and a pair of real feet going down the stairs.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't like the little girl's laugh.
Yeah, I think the little
didn't
girl's
like
laugh
that.
was the scariest thing for me.
Yeah, but if you heard that bumping up the stairs, any part of that, if you were in a house like that, as dilapidated as that, and somebody told you that the Germans did experiments in it, I mean, your mind plays tricks anyway in a place like that. Your senses are going to be full on. So if you hear people running down the stairs and doors slamming, you'd go, this, I'm out of here. You wouldn't spend the night there.
No. For me, on my Woogie Boogie scale, if this is real, it's a 10.
If it is real, it's 20 for me, but it's not real. I'll give it 3.
Okay, that's quite a split. Why don't we just take a bit of a break,
No,
grab a
I want
snack?
to get this done.
All right, just so you know, we've got 7 left.
Oh, he'll never do that.
I know.
No, just keep going.
We've got 7 left.
I've got to go for a pee.
All right, go for a pee. Real or fake?
Real.
Do you believe that this is a UFO?
I can't think of anything else it could be. Oh, God.
Isn't that weird?
It looks creepy.
Look
the
at
way
that.
he's standing.
I think the cat's just pissed in here.
Are you serious? Why would the cat
come
piss in your...
on.
It smells a bit
How
strong.
are you going to watch the film?
Do you remember when
Okay.
Jack sat in the cat piss?
Yes,
and I
I
had to throw the chair away.
Yes, I think I'm glad you threw that chair
I
away.
had to throw it away. The piss
Can
was
we
so
just
bad.
watch the film?
All right.
Here we go. It's time for Dad's favorite. We got some ball lightning UFOs, Dad likes to call them. All right.
Well, I watched the program about it. It said it's an actual
I
phenomenon.
know ball lightning's real, but I've created a little animation for you just so you can understand what ball lightning really looks like.
I've got to go for the weird pee.
Oh, you don't have to.
You never know.
Good evening, class. Let's get into tonight's topic.
Bollocks.
Ball lightning. Ball lightning is an unexplained phenomenon usually associated with thunderstorms and doesn't last longer than a split second. Think of ball lightning as a literal ball of lightning. See, Dad, not all UFOs are ball lightning.
Is that right?
Yeah. All right. This is a group of UFOs, and just take a look and prepare for your mind to be blown.
Are they dressed as cats?
They are dressed as cats.
Right.
Shut up.
Shut. All right. Watch. Look at this.
Ball lightning.
Look at.
Oh, it's lightning.
What? There's no clouds.
It's fireflies.
They're big flies.
What do you think it is, then, Shaw?
The UFOs playing around.
How would you describe that?
Balls of light.
I think that if you put music to it, it's like something from Fantasia. Did you ever see Fantasia?
No.
Yeah, it's terrifying the fact that someone thought that would be good for kids. Fantasia's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
What?
Fantasia, the Disney cartoon with all the music. Have you, well, you've seen it line up to Black Sabbath.
What?
Fantasia lines up perfectly to the song Black Sabbath.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, we can play it for you.
I think whatever it is, it looks gorgeous at sunrise.
So it's sunset.
Sunrise.
Real or fake?
Real.
I don't know. I'm baffled with that one.
Do you believe that this is a UFO, or do you think this is some naturally occurring phenomenon?
I don't know.
Can I just ask, you see the lines, right?
Yes.
That go across. Those are cables, right?
Power lines, yes.
Power lines.
It could be, you're right, it could be something from the
The
power line.
lines.
Yeah, but
It
look how
could, no, I'll tell you what you do.
further away.
It's electrocuted the birds that were sitting on there, and they're glowing in the dark. That's what it is.
Okay. Fair enough.
See, they're flying, birds.
Yeah.
They're all electrocuted by a ray gun.
It's birds.
But that's not birds.
It's called
What are they?
bright bird.
Hellbirds.
A bright bird. No, they fly like birds.
It's the oogly doogly bird.
It's called an oomigooly bird. It goes whack. Oomigooly.
Oomigooly? What the are you talking about?
You've got an oomigooly in your ear.
All right, where would you put your oogly doogly electronic birds in the scale of the Woogie Boogie?
5, 6, 7, 8.
An 8.
Oh,
5.
he's just throwing that
You're
out.
just like,
Just
whatever.
throwing it out. I think it's a 6.
A 6. Okay.
The thing about UFOs is, if people have been saying they've been seeing them ever, why haven't they come and said, oh, got one? There's got to be one having a piss somewhere or something.
But we keep seeing so many of these things. I don't know. I believe it. All right. Man accidentally discovers ghost. This is a guy who was out filming, and he accidentally captures this very strange kind of ghostly figure. So check this one out. I like this one. It felt weird to me. Not really too sure what the it is. So this guy, he was just out walking his dog, trying out his new camera, and he caught this.
A circle.
No, look at that.
Boy.
It's like a weird stick figure. Look,
Wow.
isn't that weird?
That's odd. That's very odd. That is very strange. If I saw something like that, that's more spooky to me than you can see the guy in the window. That's odd. Because there's a graininess.
Yeah,
It looks creepy.
like, look
The
at
way he's
that.
standing. Maybe he's taking a
Legs,
Tree man.
tree man.
Have you ever heard of this thing when they got like, we see one plane, but there's another plane?
Yeah, like, is it possible to see in a different dimension? And,
That's what I mean.
yeah,
I'll give that 7.
okay. Mom, what would you give that on the Woogie Boogie scale?
6.
All right. Oh, you guys match.
Oh my God.
Get a
We
picture.
literally matched.
Get a picture. This is weird.
What's that thing flying there?
I know you love a good bit of Bigfoot caught on camera.
Yeah. Bella.
Did Bella have a good day?
She had a really good day. She spent a good few hours sleeping and,
She doesn't know what's going on, though.
stop it. Yes, she does.
Bella, blink once if you want to escape. All right, now, this next one is a fleet of UFOs flying in unison. This is weird.
What's that thing flying there? It's got a fly.
That's a fly.
Let me ask you a question, Joe.
Uh-huh.
Would this place be near an
Airport.
airfield?
I don't know.
Maybe aeroplanes in a holding position going around the airport.
But wouldn't they flash? Didn't airplanes flash?
They are flashing a little bit.
Wanna watch it again? The other thing that's interesting too is that they're all moving in unison, and also, if they were planes coming into
a holding
land,
pattern.
but they wouldn't have them flying this close together. Look how close that
You don't look that close to it, but they're probably distance away. They're not all bunched up.
So you think these are planes in like a holding pattern for the
Yeah.
runway?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. What is this on the Woogie Boogie scale?
I'll give that 2.
2?
4.
Okay.
What do you give it?
I'd probably go 4. I just thought it was interesting because they were all moving the same speed, kind of the same.
Holding pattern.
All right, I'll give you that. I know you love Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I know you love a good bit of Bigfoot caught on camera. This was captured in October of 2010 from the Algonquin Park in Ontario. And it's a pretty good one.
Canada, Bigfoot in Canada.
There could be Canadian Bigfoot.
Yeah. Cross the road from America to Canada.
It's easy, yeah. They don't care about borders.
Right, I'm ready for this.
This one is really hard to see. They shot it while driving, and it happens super fast. So what I'd like to do is play a little game called Who Can Spot Bigfoot First? We'll start off by playing regular speed, and then I will decrease the speed and replay it until the first person spots him. All right, let's do this. All right, this is slower. Anything?
There we go, on the
No.
grass, on the grass. Just round here.
What, you think it's up here?
Yeah.
No?
Oh,
Nope, that's not it.
okay, go on.
All right, I'm gonna say focus on this side,
Okay.
somewhere around here. Keep looking on this side.
What the is it?
See it right there?
Oh, you think it's a bush, but it's really a Bigfoot.
It's a bush.
It moves its arms. You see arms.
All right, let's slow it down.
Okay, I'll pause it right when you can actually see like movement in its arms. Hold on, hold on, hold on, and there. All right,
Yeah.
head, arms.
That's a load of old bollocks.
So what I'm hearing you say is you believe that this is Bigfoot and that the case has been solved.
0, it's not a load of old
All right.
bollocks.
Go on.
Here we go. Let's go. Look, he's moving.
Where?
He's right here. Look at those arms moving.
It's some just for a piss in the forest.
It looks like he's holding a handbag.
It's got one of the Queen's handbags. Well, you guys both lost that game. You didn't guess where Bigfoot was.
Oh, that was very hard, Jack.
It was a bush.
Where are the most Bigfoot seen?
Utah, actually, seems to be a lot lately. Colorado, like the Rockies. You know, some people actually believe that Bigfoot is an extraterrestrial of sorts, and it's an alien wearing a spacesuit. Like, it would be their version of a
A
suit.
spacesuit.
Yeah, like it's a
Okay.
biomechanical suit.
With a handbag.
I'll give that 5 for effort.
I'll give it a 5 because I want to believe it is.
Agree that's a Bigfoot, damn it. Moving on.
Who has worn more black eyeliner in their lifetime?
This guy.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know, though. You're wearing it today.
Very rarely.
All right, this guy.
Who is more likely to have an imaginary friend?
She talks to the cats.
That's odd. What the is that?
I don't know what the that is.
Who dressed up for Halloween this year?
No, none of us.
What?
Oh, you did.
I was Veruca from Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Scary.
All right, so these next two clips I'm going to show you are kind of a unique phenomenon, which has been coined UFO ejection. This first clip comes from Brazil in 2020. It was caught on camera, a bunch of witnesses. Everyone was like, what the f? And you can hear everyone in amazement watching it. Let's take a look. This was September of 2020. A group of people spotted this flashing light in the sky.
Helicopter.
But it eventually turned into this. As it heads higher and higher, it appears to be emitting some type of glowing liquid trail behind it.
No! No! It's firework. What? This is really interesting, that is. That is interesting.
I couldn't figure
I
out
can't think of anything else it could be.
other than a firework, and it's clearly not a firework.
It's not a firework, but I couldn't think of it. Could be a rocket, it could be a missile.
But it's weird how it's like flashing in one position,
Yeah.
and then watch.
But if it was a firework, you could probably hear
I'm
it.
just saying it could be, but it would go.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm like,
Yes.
I don't know what the that is.
No! It could be some military experiment, I suppose, but I don't know. Could have got them rockets in that can come back and land, can't it?
Yeah, yeah, but that's not that.
It may be some experiment, but put it this way, if I never knew what the experiment was, and I was just look up the sky one night and see that, I'd go, what the is that?
All right, what would you both give this on the Woogie Boogie scale?
9?
9?
9.
9, okay. I go 8.5, because I'm thinking it could be military tech.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
weird,
but-
some weird missile.
In Brazil?
I don't know. Is Brazil like some military?
No, they ain't that,
They ain't that savvy?
in the
Okay. Now, this next clip, it's almost identical to the one we just saw, but this one was captured in 2004 by the Long Beach Police Department, and I guess it's from the camera on their helicopter. Look at that.
Do you know
Well,
what
it
that
looks
is?
like
That's
that
from
thing.
Edwards Bay. That's from that military base. They're always firing things up in the air from there. What's it
I
called?
don't know.
Edwards?
I mean, I would think the police would know that,
You know, they didn't.
because they don't know what it is. They released this being like, we caught this on our helicopter,
Yeah,
and we don't know what
they're
it
always
is.
sending different things up from that. For Patterson Edwards.
No, but that's miles away. There's no place near Long Beach that would
no, but
launch
I've
that.
been at Pacific Palisades.
We were there. You were too little to probably remember it, but it was...
The rocket that got launched from
Yeah.
Edwards Air Force Base.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It could
Yeah.
be was something like that.
Could be, but I don't know.
I don't think they would do that sort of thing in Long Beach, when it's
It's
so
not in
many
Long Beach,
people.
when we were at Palisades,
Yeah.
the rockets used to go over all the time. And they had this like silvery
Like vapor trail.
Yeah.
vapor trace. Like,
Yeah.
looks like
And it
glowing.
lasts forever in
Yeah.
the sky. It doesn't just...
Yeah.
Go away.
I can't describe. You know when you see a rainbow?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a glittery rainbow thing.
So the first one, yes. This one, no.
Oh, I don't know. It's sort of this silvery trail. If that was not in such an ungrained film, when it goes away, all that spreads out, and it looks like it's got like a sheen to it. Dude.
Yeah. I've seen it, like with the SpaceX launches. That one on the Woogie Boogie,
I'll give that a 7.
you'd give it a 7?
6.
6, okay.
What do you give it?
That one, I'm gonna agree with you that it could be some kind of tech because of the location.
I'm getting well good at it twice.
But I do think this is the first one to me is a
It's
lot
the
more.
Viper trial. You look at the Viper trial. So I think it's a military thing they're checking out.
Do you think that there's a chance that it's from Earth, but it's alien tech that we've reverse engineered?
No, it's a rocket.
All right.
Who gives better gifts for the holidays?
All right.
Who's the better gift giver? You're pretty good. You're like Mrs. Claus.
Who's more likely to believe a conspiracy theory?
Not me. I think it's all bullets.
Probably me. Who's more likely to become a believer?
Not me.
Maybe. I think maybe you.
Yeah.
I do.
It's a spirit. What? What did you say?
Shadow?
Where?
Creepy, right?
Yeah.
Wild, that.
All right, so if you have any evidence that you've captured that you believe is something paranormal, please upload it to social media and use the hashtag OsbournesBelieve. Maybe you'll make the show. So this final clip comes out of Staffordshire, England, and it's from 2015.
Stafford, this is Stafford. Stafford,
Oh,
this is
Stafford.
Stafford.
You know,
Have you been to Tatbury Castle in Staffordshire?
I've never been there. But a guy has.
Okay, so this location is very historic. Have you ever heard of it? I know you haven't been there.
Tilbury.
No, Tatbury.
Tatbury.
Tatbury Castle in Staffordshire.
I've never heard of it.
All right, so this clip comes to us from a ghost hunting team that went to explore the castle. Now, it's a medieval castle that was built in the 11th century, so it's got some serious history to it. I think one of the most interesting things to me about this location was that Mary, Queen of Scots, was actually a prisoner here on 4 different occasions. At this point, the team was not even poking around the castle for paranormal activity. They were just chatting and hanging around the castle. And then all of a sudden, this happened.
Children go over to the world of spirit. What?
Sorry?
What did you say?
Shadow?
Where?
Over there.
See, yes, look at this. No, is that one of the cameraman's
Are you
silhouettes?
picking that up?
I can see a shadow.
Can't move.
Well, I see the shadow. It's probably him, really.
But it's not the cameraman because you would see him holding a
him.
camera.
Oh, it's moving, it's moving.
No.
That was good.
That was very good.
Creepy, right?
Yeah.
That's really creepy. Yeah. Wow. That's wild, that is.
And it looks like he's got the Axeman's kind of outfit on.
He's got the, yeah, he's the
The hood
executioner.
and the
Yeah.
shorter top they had on in leather.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you think it's genuine? Think it's real?
Yeah. Oh, it's English. They wouldn't bull.
Wow, it is most haunted.
Stafford's a great place.
Didn't you used to live in Stafford?
Yeah, our mum did.
And when the train used to pull in, they used to go, Stafford, Stafford, this is
Stafford.
Stafford, Stafford, this is Stafford. And you'd go, all right. When we were first married, so it was in 82 to 80.
2.5.
When was Kelly born?
84.
Kelly wasn't born.
Kelly was born, and we took her back to Stafford. This is
Really?
Stafford, Stafford.
I
this
thought
is
you guys were
Stafford.
living in Hampstead.
And
No,
she
then we
wasn't
moved
born.
to Hampstead.
Oh, I
Get
didn't
your nails out my. So what did you do?
Well, should we maybe go visit Tutbury Castle at some point?
Yes.
I've never heard of it. Where?
But the thing is, you look at the outside, and the outside has nothing to correlation to the inside. Look, it's got doors and
It's true, but
Hey,
maybe,
and like-
it might be
maybe-
the guys. I mean,
maybe there's like different parts of the castle,
Yeah.
you know?
that's pretty cool. That is. That would I'd be down them stairs. I go, bro.
yeah,
That was
that
really
was
interesting.
very weird.
All right, so on
10 out
the...
of 10 for that.
Oh, that's a 10. We got a 10. We have a 10. Brr, 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 brr. All
What do
right.
you give that?
I'd give that probably an 8. 8 or 9.
What do you give that?
I give it a 9. Definitely.
See, much like me, I give
We're ending on a high note. Jesus.
This is the last one.
This is the last, that's the last clip of the day.
And we ended on a 10.
And we ended on a 10. It's
And
like,
it's from Stafford. This is Stafford, Stafford, this is Stafford.
yes,
It was
this is
Stafford, this was Stafford with a ghost.
Wow.
All right. Overall vibe of today's experience.
I'm a little bit...
Don't worry. Wait until this clip I'm teasing for you.
You should have
that's coming.
started the thing off with something really...
Like, we've ended
But
on a
you're gonna
high
grow
note.
it.
Maybe we can
Yeah,
shift.
okay, let me ask you the question. Is it going to get better?
Oh, yes.
A
yes.
lot better?
There's a couple clips where you're going to go, what
One
the
to... Say that was
We can't,
that was the
listen,
best.
if every
No,
clip
what
I
I'm
showed you
saying-
was a 10.
What I'm saying, if that episode was as I say, a 10, what would the next lot be?
There's definitely
You
some
said
good
to
stuff
me
coming.
there's one that you got.
There's one that's coming, which will, you guys, if you guys don't scream, I'm doing a terrible job.
Then has it got spiders in it?
No
'Cause that's all that
spiders. It's
makes
just
me
a single
scream.
man.
A man?
Just a single man.
Oh, shoot.
All I can say is, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna get the pants scared of me.
All right.
Because I'm still not a believer.
Well, we will make you.
I think the cat's just pissed in here.
Are you serious? Why would the cat
Come
piss in
on.
your...
It smells a bit.
How are you gonna watch the film?
Do you ever feel like your cat has seen a ghost?
No.
Yeah. Tiger Lily is the one that's like
Yeah, but she
wild.
don't see a fucking ghost. No, the answer's no, Mum.
All right, no.
Get your nails out my... See you next week.